Friends, for the first time in Drashtigon, we have an all-women's photo talk. So big round of applause for all of us. Before any movie starts, we have a disclaimer. All the characters in this movie are fictional. Any resemblance is unintentional. The same way, before I start my presentation, all the pictures in this presentation are mine and not my husband's. Except three. One is a Milky Way picture in which the two of us are sitting, and the two others are which he licked of me. So, let's begin the slideshow. What I like about photographs is that they capture a moment that's gone forever and impossible to reproduce, says Karl Lagerfeld. And so it is with us. We all love capturing moments which are gone forever once we see them. Today my presentation is about travel photography of my recent and not so recent trip to Namibia. Why travel photography? Because I love traveling. I love going to different destinations in the world, visiting all the exotic lands, meeting people there. And I'm very fortunate to have my husband who shares the same interest as me. Photography captures moments like this and makes it permanent in our memories and also for generations to come. When you are with nature, I feel personally it is meditation. When you sit waiting for the sun to come up with your camera on the tripod, it is so serene and peaceful at that hour in the morning. It is meditation. So for travel photography, what you need to start with first is planning. I cannot stress enough on research here. Generally when we travel, we start planning 1 year in advance. Now it so happens we have 5 different destinations we want to go to, so that is 5 years plan down the line. Lonely Planet, folders, TripAdvisor reviews, blogs, and talking to people who have already been there. You can't do enough of this. There are so many opinions, so many views, so many hotels, so many destinations you want to take in. You talk to people, you read, and then you know where exactly you want to go and what you want to do. You narrow down on your points of interest. બધી જ જગ્યાએ આપણાથી જવાનું નથી. આપણે 15 દિવસ 20 દિવસ બહાર જતા હોઈએ. So you just narrow down on what interests you most. Also from the photography point of view, you find out which places will give you the best pictures as well. You Google Earth, Google Maps help you to fine tune your destination with the distances and travel time. You also need to take into account breakdowns, stopping over for lunch and reaching another destination before sunset or sunrise, which is most important. You also take a driver, come porter, come mentor, come guide, which is also into the cost bearing thing. You book early so that you get the best deals. You find your way around. You take a GPS. While driving in a new country, you need to look into the YouTubes of that country's driving videos. Learn the rules of driving. Use of GPS, and GPS is not always reliable. Once in New Zealand, we, with the help of the GPS, took a detour. We went on for 50 miles on a dirt road. Finally, we came out of the same road and then had to proceed straight. So that is how GPS works. In Namibia, we have gone to Quiver Tree Forest, the trees that you saw. And from there we were going to the Fish River Canyon, which is the second largest canyon in the world after the Grand Canyon. And we asked the information center for the route to the Fish River Canyon. And she gave us a route, and she gave us a scenic route that encompassed of 200 kilometers of a dirt road. We couldn't see a soul in sight, not even a chicken or a goat or a sheep on the way. We drove all that 200 kilometers. After that, for the next 35 kilometers was still a little better road, and we reached the Fish Canyon. And we went to the information center and asked where the Fish River Lodge was. That was where we were going to stay. And she said, "Oh, you want to go there? It is at the other end of the canyon. 235 kilometers again we had to drive, and we reached finally." So you need to know where you are going. Camping, this is the first time we did it and we enjoyed it. We used to cook, and as you see, Chittu is just pouring down the wine and I am doing the cooking and the dirty work. The fun part was the serenity that you enjoy, complete silence all around you. It was beautiful till it became night. Darkness falls and there is nothing you can see, nothing you can hear, and it was a bit scary. That day I was doing the utensils, and there was a little basin on the side at the campsite. There was no other soul in sight, no other car that we could see or hear or anything. So I went to the basin with my dirty utensils to clean, and there were these 3 geckos dancing in the basin. Geckos are lizards which are big than the ordinary lizards we see here and colorful. And I immediately decided today was not my turn to do the dishes, it was Shru's. What I love photography, landscapes, people, the Milky Way, and this is the only picture I have taken of the Milky Way. I love birds, animals, and the mandatory selfie. We had taken some 7,000 odd pictures on this Namibian tour. Out of that, we only have 11 pictures of us. Landscapers' affinity to sunrises and sundowners. When we reach a new place, we immediately go scour for the best location from where we will get the best sunset or the sunrise. If we reach at 4 o'clock, we make sure we know where we will sit for the sunrise and for the sunset both. And my settings for landscapes anywhere between f11 to f22. We look for an interesting foreground always. Because the sunset, the sky is very vivid, very lovely, but you need something to look at in the foreground, the midground and the sky. So that is how we try to compose the pictures. The vivid sky, the red African sky with the red at the bottom. The people there told us, if you come in September or August, the whole sky turns red in the evenings, and it's a beautiful sky. I've seen those pictures, but when we went, we could not get those kind of skies. Other things I take into consideration, the rule of 1/3.
You next? Huh?
Bracketing.
You want to speak next after Jasmine?
Faces. When you go to a new country, I always feel shy walking up to people and asking them if I could take a photo.
Sorry?
Because there are so few people over there. It's not like you can just shoot anywhere and people won't notice. they do notice. So you just have to ask for permission at times. And I am very shy of asking. So my husband makes it a point that he stands there and doesn't budge from that place till I go up to that person, ask him if I could take a picture, and then I take a picture. Once I do that, I feel very happy I was forced to do it. Any person anywhere around the world is very warm, I feel. You go with a lovely smile and warm eyes, they will always respond positively to you. So I focus on the nearest eye when I take a portrait. I usually in the upper 1/3 of the frame. I use this 70-100 lens that I have, 2.8 to 4 aperture. Shutter speed 125 to 200, and for that I adjust my ISO accordingly. I usually shoot portraits in AV mode. The Milky Way, this is the only picture I have taken. Jitu help me taking this one. So f2.8, ISO, depending on the moonlight, 1600 to 3200, 30 seconds of exposure, manual mode. I took 2 exposures, one of the foreground and then another, the 30-second one for the Milky Way. This elephant, I was standing here, there was a fence just here, and this elephant was just there. We had only about 8 to 10 feet of distance. Everybody around me, there were photographers, they moved back as the elephant came. And I was so awestruck by this elephant and his gigantic form. I couldn't move from that place and kept on clicking pictures. Till I finally realized he's so close and I had to move back. Shooting animals, generally 5.6 to 7.1 is the aperture. I shoot animals in AV mode. Shutter speed, I use a 400 lens, so the shutter speed is as much as the focal length of the lens. Try to take in the habitat as well, where the animals live. Perils of the jungle. We had gone to this Namutoni campsite in Namibia, and we had taken the night safari. There, show us in the jeep, in that open jeep, was some deer and some jackal and something vague. After 2 hours, it was time to return back to the camp, and on the way we saw 4 hyenas eating a dead zebra. That zebra was there in that earlier picture with the vultures and the jackal. So these 4 hyenas were there eating the dead zebra. And this lioness came along. And as she came along, she howled at the hyenas, trying to make way for herself. She wanted to eat the zebra herself. And what happened was, the hyenas at first stepped back, and then they realized there were 4 of them against 1 lioness. So they started barking at the lioness and started biting her. This lioness has a few blood marks on the rear and the front. 2 are in the back and 2 are in the front. This lioness got so scared, she came in front of our jeep. This is the jeep's floodlight falling on her. She was scared, her tail was down, and she was now yelping in fear. Just like Hindi movies, the lion comes. He gave a terrific roar from the jungle. He came with 3 lionesses. And the hyenas backed away. He straight away went to the kill, the zebra. He did not even bother to ask what happened to the lioness or even go near her. So much for the male chauvinists. shooting birds on AI server mode. I shoot birds and animals both on AI server mode. Higher ISO around 500, 600 so that I get the right shutter speed. So my learning curve. In 2010 we shot in auto mode only. That was all we knew about cameras. 2011 inception of Drashtikoon, and we joined Drashtikoon. Fortunate enough to have done that then. Then we attended the workshop by Ketan Modi sir in I think 2011. Then there was also a critic workshop by Neville Zaveri. And Saurabh also has been a very highly influential guiding force for us. And then we continuously read on the net, on the YouTube, bought lots of books, magazines, and collected as much information as we could. More Chittu than me, because I would eventually feel, okay, I know all this, I don't need to. But he kept on reading, and whatever good came his way, he made sure I had to read it too. So that is how, this is where we are. Thank you.